Hey guys, in this video, I would like to show my students how to iterate. That means go through each part of a string in Python. So let's just make some string. So I'll just call it a variable str, and we'll just say hello, Citrus Valley High School. Okay, so here's our string. So we already know that we can print strings. Oops, make sure I put it like that to the window. But what if I wanted to print out each of these letters one at a time? Okay, so you could actually use a for loop to do this. So we've been doing for I in range before. So if you're not familiar with a for loop or the range function, I should say, a for loop is actually not married to the range function. A for loop can do a lot of different things, but typically when it's first introduced, you'll do for I in range 10, for example. And what that will do is it will go from 0 to 9 because it doesn't include 10 because it's non-inclusive, and it will just print that out. So if I actually did this, by the way, if I just so we're clear, this will just print the numbers 0 through 9. I don't know, I accidentally clicked it twice. There you go. 0 through 9. Okay, so that's like the standard for loop. Okay, by the way, you could use the length of the string to kind of do it this way. You could do len str. So len is the way in Python you do the length of a string. So you can do len of a string, and that'll be a number of how many characters it is, which in this case, whoops, in this case, if we counted it, it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually 11, but it won't print out 11 because it'll stop. So it'll stop at 10. So again, it'll start at the 0 and go to, so that's 11 characters, but it's in computer science, you start at 0. So you could do that. In fact, you could actually iterate through it this way. This is kind of the, the lame way to do it, but you can index a string character by using that reference. So you can, for example, um, this is the 0th character in the string, like an array, right? And then the second character is the first index. I always hated explaining that, but so if I want to go and print this, this would actually go through and print out all the characters one at a time. Okay, so just to be clear, let's go ahead and print str0, and then I'll put a little break so that you can tell that. So I'll put like a little fancy break between the two parts of code. So when I run this, you see this is the H. Okay, so this is the 0th character. I could also put in like 5, and it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It would just be a blank. Let's make it 6, so it's a C. So now it'll print the C. Okay, so you can see that right there. So you can reference individual indexes of a string by doing that. Okay, so if I run this, you'll notice, oh, I already did, but here's HELLO. It's basically, so the range function is still going from 0 to, actually, in this case, it's going to len str. Okay, remember, it doesn't include this number, so it actually stops. But it's going through and writing those out one at a time. So this is actually a valid way to iterate through an entire string. Okay, you could do it that way. Okay, but there's an actual easier way to do that. So let me show you a better way. So actually, I'll comment this out. So this is not going to be executed. This is kind of like dumb. You can do it by doing for I in str. You can actually just tell Python, you can just say, hey, I want you to use a for loop to go through a string. And so if you do this, if I print I now, it'll actually do the exact same code. So you see this exact same result without having to type this whole kind of ugly way of doing it. Okay. So actually, let me get rid of that because we don't need that anymore. I think you guys understand that enough now. Typically, when I use this, you'll see me, and a lot of people, I didn't make this up, they'll use CH instead of I. And the reason they're doing that is because they're using this to stand for each character, but they don't want to type out the whole word character. Okay, so just think of CH equals character. Because a string is really an array of characters. Okay, And so this is the easiest way to iterate through a string. Okay, so that's kind of how it starts. Now, what if I want to search for a character? So let's say I wanted to like search for a character specifically. So let's clean up our code. Let's make a accumulator variable called count. And we'll set it equal to 0. So this is our accumulator variable. If you're not familiar with what accumulators are, they're just something that kind of allows you to keep track of how many times something happens. Okay, so it's not an actual type of variable, it's a name that we use a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this, sent this string, and I'm going to count. Oh, let me actually make it longer. How are you? So I'll add some O's. So now I have multiple O's. Pretend I spelled it right. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and search for how many O's were in this, one thing I could do, I don't need to print this out anymore. Let me delete that. Because I could say if, okay, so I'm going through the string, if for ch in string, for each character in the string, if that character is equal to, well, what am I looking for? O, then I can do count equals count plus 1. By the way, if you would like to use shortcut, you can just do plus equals 1. You can't do plus plus in Python, but you can do plus equals as the shorthand version of this statement. Okay, so you'll see it in different ways. And so if I went through this at the bottom, I can say print the count. Now I'm not going to print the characters, I'm just going to count for O's. It will result, hopefully, in 3. Okay. Now there's another thing is you might want to do it. This isn't part of the video. I'm just going to add it because, oh yeah. Let's just say that there's a capital O and I go through this. You're not going to find this because this is actually a different character. Okay, capital letters and lowercase letters are different. So there's two things you could do. Okay, you could search for this, but watch what happens if I do it wrong. I'll just say, or this is what a lot of my students do, so I'm purposely doing this wrong. Watch what happens here. It says 39. It says 39 O's. That's totally wrong, right? Because what's actually happening is that this right here, after you write the word or, if you're going to have two conditions that will allow an if statement to be true, you have to make this also a condition. And since this doesn't have a double equals, there's no evaluator between this. This is always true. Therefore, it always counts. Okay. So for example, the reason it printed out 39 is because that's how many characters are in my string. Okay, so there's 39. See, that's how long it is. Therefore, it prints out 39 because it goes through the whole thing and counts it. What you actually have to do, if you're going to do this, if you're going to do for 2, you can actually do CH double equals. So you have to do if CH equals lowercase 0 or CH equals uppercase 0. Now it will return the correct result, which is 4 because we added the capital 0. Okay. Another thing you could have done, alternatively, this will be the last thing I say, is you could just make everything lowercase. So watch this. So I'm going to take this out. And the way you do that is you go str equals. So you have to set str equal to itself. But I think it's lower. But the lowercase version. And what that will do is turn everything into, now if I were to print out the string, watch what happened. So this might not be what you want to do because notice now everything is lowercase. So it ignores special characters like the exclamation points, but it would lowercase everything that's capital. So that's another option that you could use, and that's a very useful thing to have in Python, although in this case, I might not want to use it that way. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any comments.